Hello, everyone. Tuesday. Welcome to our Tuesday team call. My name is Emily Otten. I am one of the many amazing marketing directors on this team. And today I have the pleasure of, first of all, kicking off the month of April. How in the world is it already April? It's a good thing, but it's also like, okay, Q1, 2023 is officially done, which is crazy. So I would love if you guys could just pop into the chat, like what was your biggest win for Q1? It can be a small win, it can be a big win, it can be personal, it can be business, it can be anything you want. What is something that you're celebrating from Q1? We always love to celebrate little and big wins because all wins add up to a positive experience. So go ahead and pop into the chat. If you're with us on Facebook, pop into the comments and let us know that you are watching the recording or maybe that you're with us live. Type in replay. My goal today is to get you guys caught up on some exciting things we have going on for the month of April that the company just announced. And then I'm going to bring you guys three incredible women that are going to share their takeaways and their experience from our Love, Serve, Grow challenge. So hang with me here. We're going to start today's call by just sharing what we always share. And if you are new to this call, if you're new to our team, if you're new to our mission, first of all, welcome. If you're maybe just getting back and re-engaged, I just want you guys to know that these are the three things that we do, and we do them simply. Number one, we eat and share Juice Plus. So of course, you are all here because you thought that putting fruits and vegetables in a capsule was amazing and a simple solution. Hopefully you think that. I know our family thought that 10 years ago when we got started. So we eat and we share Juice Plus, and as we share Juice Plus, we build a qualified business with 18 quads. You can do this doing Juice Plus very part-time. It's not something that you build overnight, but over time, we always say about 18 quads or 24 trios or a mixture of all of the above. And number three, inviting others to join you and teaching them to do the same. So we were at an event recently and someone said the only reason that most things get done is because someone asks. So the only reason that you show up to a party is because someone invited you. The only reason you show up to an event is because someone invited you. The only reason that you are on this call today is because someone asked you to be on the call. So things happen when we ask people. And so I just want to remind you that if you feel like you are ready to start building your team and inviting others to join you, it all starts with the bold question of asking them. So these are the three simple things that we do. We do them over and over and over again, no matter where you're at in our marketing plan. And I just wanted to show you guys that. So before we jump into the speakers for today, I am going to pull up Boards, which if you're not familiar with Boards, it's an amazing resource that I can't imagine doing business without it now. We've had it for a little over a year and I'm like, oh man, it has made sharing Juice Plus and doing this business so much easier. It has simplified our time. So I'm going to log in really quick. My computer's being a little slow, so hang with me. But if you are on the Boards app, this is the Campbell Team board, and I'm going to click on News and Info, and you will see a really exciting couple of announcements. Number one, the soy-free complete should be launched today. They had a couple of glitches with the website yesterday, so it wasn't able to launch yesterday, but it should be sometime today or tomorrow in the next 24 to 48 hours. So hang with them. But the soy-free complete, you can read all about it. It's still vegan, gluten-free, delicious vanilla and chocolate, but it is soy-free for those who are maybe soy intolerant. But what I'm really excited to share is this new partner April incentive, and it's called the New Partner Shake It Up Box. Can you guys see that? The pink. Okay, cool. So this is something that they just announced. This is exclusive for April. Basically, for any new partner who signs up from April 1st to April 30th, so in the month of April, if a new partner gets started and they place an order of at least $200 by April 30th, which I will show you guys the details of that. I know that's not usually the verbiage we use with the dollar amount, but they will receive this New Partner Shake It Up box. They will get 1 pouch of vanilla, 1 pouch of chocolate complete, and 1 pouch of Perform, which is a $144 value, which is really insane. Like the big pouches, you guys, not just the single packs. So this gives new partners an opportunity to taste our whole full lineup of the regular complete that we're used to, and the Perform. And when it says place a single order of at least $200, that just means that, like, I know most people asked, what if I placed a duo order on installments? So a duo order is over $200 in the price, but it breaks down to like 50 something a month. That counts. So I'm not sure exactly why they worded it with the $200. We're getting some clarity on that, but just know if they place an order or two adding up to at least $200 or more, that they will receive this box. I think mostly their intention was to maybe avoid someone signing up as a partner and just placing a really small like berry order or omega order. They want to make sure you're at least placing a larger order so that you, number one, are helping other people get started on Juice Plus, and then you can benefit from getting all of these incredible tastings of our Complete and our Perform. So all of the details are on there. Who does it apply to? Anyone who signs up a new application and pays $52 and places a new order of $200 from April 1st to April 30th. So I just signed up a new partner yesterday. She actually used to be a partner years and years and years and years ago, but because she paid her $52, she's eligible for this. So it's for new partners, but it's also for anyone who's signing back up and paying the $52. It doesn't count towards people who are just renewing in general. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, pop it into the Voxer chat. But I am just going to say, I love these wins that everyone is shouting out. I'm gonna stop sharing screen here. Carrie Hicks said, staying PB qualified was a big miracle. I know she's gonna share a little bit more on that today. She's been qualified now for like, 30 something months in a row, 40, something like that. And she was fighting to stay qualified and she did it. And she did way over what the computer wanted her to have for numbers wise. So that's exciting. Dr. Ember said she did a 5-1 last month. She had 5 new customers and 1 new team member. That's incredible. Congrats, Dr. Ember. Jess said she achieved QNMD. So I can't wait. We're going to do all these new promotions next week. So stay tuned on that. Emma said, joining Juice Plus, reaching QSC and qualifying my business. Talk about a powerful quarter 1. That's incredible, Emma. I love that. Partner Plus, Jean said, Emily for us at getting more connected in the community, bringing friends to events. Looking forward to Juice Plus Live in Phoenix. That's awesome. So, all right. Well, Ashley, I love this. Getting out of your comfort zone and doing a sourdough party. I love it. So I just love to hear all the wins that we had for quarter 1. Maybe you're like, I don't have any wins, but that's why I'm here. Hopefully you're going to learn from these 3 ladies today. They're going to share number 1, why they jumped into doing this Love, Serve, Grow challenge. So if you're new to this conversation, maybe you don't remember us talking about it, but this is a challenge that we actually participated in from February 13th. And then we extended it all the way till the end of March. And this is our Love, Serve, Grow habits. And we said that we were going to do 5 habits, 5 days a week for 5 weeks, which we ended up doing, I think, for 7 weeks. And it was just about, you'll also hear us call this like the DMO or the 2x2. And these are habits that you do, whether you are brand new and you want to build a customer base and get involved in your Juice Plus business. And it's probably, I can most likely guess it's the same exact habits that Jess and Deb were following as they were tracking for QNMD. And it's the same habits that I do as NMD tracking for my own goals. So I love that, like, no matter where you're at in this journey, no matter where you're at with your goals, these are the simple habits we follow. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Miss Emma Thomas. She absolutely crushed this Love, Serve, Grow. And I just would love to hear your feedback of maybe what you expected it to be, what you got out of it, maybe even some like setbacks or like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. Tell us all the things, Emma.
I loved it for one, because I love accountability. In the beginning, I thought, oh, this is going to be so easy. I'm reaching out to 10 people every day. Like, this is so easy. And then as the weeks went on, I was like, oh, my people are running short. So it was such good accountability to like want to check it off every day. And what I learned throughout it is that consistency is key. And if I will just pick up my phone and message someone, just starting a conversation or following up with them, the fruit of it has just been amazing. I should have counted up the amount of customers I got through doing it. Before this, I didn't, but I will just say it got me to QSC and qualified my business. So I loved the consistency. The setback for me, I would say, would be traveling during it and realizing, like, trying to figure out a balance of travel, spending time with family, and then also touching my business every day. So I just tried to at least every day. There were a couple days that I just didn't do it all, but I realized, you know what, Grace, that does not mean I have to stop it. Keep going. And it was just a huge blessing. I actually laminated it so I could keep it and use a dry erase marker. So I'm not done. It's just such a good reminder for me every day. Like, hey, have I done this? Have I done that? Have I connected with 2 of my customers or sent 2 people a video? So I loved it. It was such a gift, and the incentive of just sending $5 kind of kept me in the game and seeing the fruit of it. It could be discouraging to not see people like reach out to someone and then not order that day. But what I've experienced today is that people I reached out to 3 weeks ago, they just placed orders today. And so I think that consistency over time, and keeping the conversation open and just the reminders to follow up was a huge blessing. And it's really, really helped my business.
Oh, I love that, Emma. Okay, so you started this Love Serve Grow Challenge when you were a Partner Plus, I think, or
I
maybe
think so. Yes.
yeah, maybe even a partner.
Yes.
So I just loved what you said about, like, I think as a newer person in this business, you're kind of connecting the dots of like, okay, the seeds that I'm planting today are maybe going to harvest next week or next month, or maybe even a few months from now, because everyone's on their own journey. I know I said no to the person that shared Juice Plus with me for many months before we got started. So it's just a great reminder that, like, I know Jeanette and Carrie always say, don't think about what your paycheck and your numbers and the results, like, don't think about the results this month, but think about where you're going to be from 6 months, and all of those habits start today. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Emma, and congratulations on being a new qualifier. That's incredible. I love that these habits are serving you. And what a smart thing to do to laminate. Is that like a teacher move? I feel like Carrie Hicks, like, that's a teacher move. So smart, Emma. Okay, thanks for sharing. All right, Carrie Hicks, you are up next. I had to pull that teacher joke because I'm like, that's something Carrie Hicks would do.
I didn't do it, but I love the idea. Thank you. I'm Carrie Hicks, and I have been with the company now for almost 4 years, and I'm a sales coordinator. And, you know, I find myself ebbing and flowing and on and off. It's just me. That's the bottom line. It's just me. But what I love about these challenges, every single time that they come up, I really thrive on them. I sometimes think it's my competitive nature that's coming out against myself. But along with that, it just gives me a purpose. It gives me, you know, boom, boom, boom. I know what to do, but it's right in front of me, and it makes me more accountable. And so, you know, when I look at this, I really love just the top one, not even necessarily trying to go for the sale, but just making those connections with people and reaching out to people that maybe I haven't spoke to for a while or whatever. So I really love that. I got to know boards a lot better. And I love that element of that because it was teaching me while I was doing it. But at the same time, the number of people that I could send those to and reach out to with those items from board helped a lot. Julie Zilke idea. I love it when something works. You know, when she said, just simply ask those people who are going to be shipping out, you know, would you like to try some of our complete, our shakes, and you can get 1 pack now. So I did that with the person that was shipping out in the next week. And she's like, sure, I'd love to try them. So she ordered them. So I really appreciated that help, that idea from Julie. You know, I think like everybody else, I struggle with the idea that rejection, you know, I mean, who wants to be rejected? Nobody, but we all do. And so sometimes it's harder for me. I did have an event where I did a smoothie prep, and I think I invited 40 some people. And for me, 3 people showed up. And some of the people that showed up are already customers, But that was okay, because again, it just reinforced some of the things that are important. You know, it just gave us a time for social. It was a time for me to appreciate them as well. And speaking of appreciation, I sent every customer of mine at some point, just a thank you for being part of Juice Plus. And I think sometimes I said, we need a reminder of what really caught our eye or our ear. And so I just sent a very short video or something, and just reminded them and said, thank you, appreciating them as a customer. What I would do is I would go on the back of my sheets, and I don't know if you can see that, I would make lists and people for each category that, you know, at the beginning of the week. And then I would either add to it throughout the week, or just those are the people that I would start with as far as reaching out. And I maybe place 1 or 2 orders a month or every other month. Lately, I've been slow, and I had 7 different orders. And would I have loved them all to be trios or quads? Yes, but it was a wide variety, from omegas to a trio to complete to perform, seeing it on Facebook, me reaching out to them, coming to the smoothie party. There was a woman, a friend of my mom's, while I was down visiting her, that I've wanted to talk to for a long time. We were together 5 hours before I finally brought it up. It was just one of those things, but we got home and she placed a trio order. So, you know, I mean, there are good things that happen, and there are things that, you know, people ghosted me. Sure, they did. I have to understand that not everybody's at the same point, or, you know, I don't know what's going on in their life. And I just have to remember, I'll just reach out again another time and love on them. And that's why I loved this Love, Serve, Grow. It definitely served all 3 of those: loved, served, and grow. I grew, as well as others.
Oh, I love that, Carrie. It is such a good reminder that you just don't know what people are going through. I know multiple people that did this challenge along with you ladies. Multiple people had mentioned to me, like, gosh, I'm really having to discipline my disappointments, because we get excited about an expectation. So setting realistic expectations is really important, right? Because you get really excited and then they don't even text you back, and you're like, what am I doing? Like, do they not like you just start telling yourself this red light story. But I just love that we called it the Love, Serve, Grow Challenge, because it really is, whether you're just planting the seed or you're following up, you're doing the do. And people that know your heart know that you're not just trying to sell them something. And though the follow-up shows people that you care. So I just love that. Everything you said, Carrie, I'm like, oh my gosh, so good. And she did have 7 new orders. Carly just said, as someone new to the business, that was great to hear about the ebbs and flow. Makes me feel a lot better about not having many sales yet. And that is really just the power of like planting seeds. I think when we do challenges like this, it reminds us. I loved what you said, Carrie, about the customer appreciation. When you kind of get down into the nitty gritty, you get a lot more grateful for your customers that you already have. You're like, wait, I need to tell them I'm really grateful for you. I actually thought that yesterday. I was finishing a personal goal of mine on Qualifiers Day yesterday, staying qualification for myself, because I've promoted people out. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't even touched base with some of these people recently, just to tell them that I'm thankful for them, and that, like, how is your family and how are you doing? So it's not about being perfect, but it gives you perspective. So, and I pulled up the numbers, you guys. Carrie Hicks has now been qualified as of yesterday, 41 months in a row without like not being qualified. So she's been qualified 41 months in a row. So everyone congratulate her. And I'm telling you guys, when I mean it when I say this, she fought to stay in qualification over the last couple months. And she also has promoted people out where not everyone is feeding her qualification number. And so having to rebuild your customer base takes, you have to decide, you have to commit. So Carrie committed to this challenge. She didn't accidentally stay qualified this month. She committed to this challenge 7 weeks ago. And now she's seeing the fruits of her labor, and she's helping more people. And sometimes it looks like going to help, 5 new customers because some of your customers fell off. And that is also the reality too. So maybe those other people will come back around, but you have to decide that, hey, I'm going to stay qualified no matter what it takes. So thank you so much for sharing, Carrie. That was incredible. All right. Next up is Miss Deb Jerkin, which we will probably be hearing from again next month as well. She has some exciting things going on in her team. And next Tuesday, we are going to have some new promotions being shared. So hopefully we can get a few of Deb's new girls on here to share, ladies, because I know she's got some new promotions popping. And it's because she decided to do this Love, Serve, Grow. So Deb, would you please share with us your takeaways?
Yeah, I think one of those that's going to be celebrated next week. She jumped into this challenge the first week, and then she's been a partner for a while, and she said, "Oh, I thought that I was doing a lot of activity, and it just wasn't working for me." And then I realized when I saw like the activity that was everyone else was doing, like I wasn't doing anything. And she's like, I was super humbled by my lack of my lack of activity. And I was like, this was so good because you see like, oh, this is what it looks like. These are the steps. Like we talk about the why a lot. We know what we're doing, but the how sometimes gets a little muddy for people. And so I think having this challenge to be like, okay, these are the ways getting into green light activity. These are the ways that are going to grow your business. It might not be in the timeline that you think, but we can control what we can control, which is talking to people and feeding ourselves as well. So I love in this challenge. So I love Emma was like consistency over time. And Carrie was like, we still have those disappointments, right? When we get the rejections, but I love in this one that one of the columns was watch a video from boards, NMD speeches, product building. And I feel like when you're fueling with like the truth and why we're doing this, it's so much easier to go out and share it, right? So I've told my team this a lot, like keep Juice Plus on your lips. You don't need to have like all this specific time to work on it, but just keep it on your lips. And if it's in your mind, if you're listening to stuff, if you're listening to NMD calls, if you're listening to videos, then you're going to be more excited. You're going to want to share it with people. So I think a lot of people are like, okay, this is my Juice Plus time. I have to sit down and I have to work for X amount of hours, at my desk. But really, it's just about getting out there and talking to people. So reaching the 2 people a day, talking to prospects, right? Sharing the videos, but just living life with Juice Plus on your mind, Juice Plus in your mouth, right? That you're going to share it with people. So I think that's brought a lot of abundance. And I just loved with my new partner or with my consistent partner who got to QSC last month. She's like, oh yeah, I need to be doing way, way more activity. So that was awesome. I also love the 5 days, like 5 intense days, and then 2 days to back away. I think that's really realistic, treating this like a business and knowing that it's okay to not be 110% all the time. You can like take a break, take a breath, regroup, and then go back in hard. And I think creating that atomic habit, right? We talk about it, habits a lot of times. The first week I jumped into this, I was like, oh man, checking those off was hard. And then further along it got, I was like, oh, this is just the activity I'm doing. And I love that the activities don't change over time, right? It's just talking to people, fueling yourself, getting the truth in, and then sharing with people. And yeah, even if you don't see the outcome, like you said, Emily, if you don't see it right away, I always say it usually hits in about 3 months. So the activity you do now, a lot of times it's showing up, you're getting hits down the road. So that's basically what I have.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing, Deb. I actually have that written down on my notes is first of all, like, I love what you said about the 3 months, because maybe you're watching this and you're like, wait, I didn't do this Love, Serve, Grow challenge. Like, I want to start. And my advice to you is we don't have to be running an active challenge for you to print this off in the beginning of each week and commit to it. Maybe every week's not perfect, but commit to something, because what Deb's girl said is like, whoa, it made me realize I was doing a little bit, but I wasn't doing as much as I could have or should have, depending on what your goals are, right? We all start in different places. So, and we all go through different seasons too. I feel like a lot of us are kind of in a season of building because people are excited about Juice Plus again, and people are waking up from everything over the last few years. So you first have to decide and commit and know that your result, like setting realistic expectations, removing yourself from the results, but know that the fruits of your labor will come. And what else was I going to say about that? Oh, I was just going to say, speaking of like 90 days, because you said 3 months, I'm like, well, 90 days, we're in the month of April. So we haven't really talked about putting a new challenge out there, but maybe it's something that we talk about as a team, like, okay, maybe we get a 90-day game plan going for April, May, and June. So, okay, anyway, so much to say on that. Deb, thank you so much for sharing. I'm so excited to hear more from your team in the next few weeks and months. I just love it. And I know all of these promotions and excitement and things happen because these ladies committed to doing this. So wherever you're at in your business, maybe you don't have a big goal you're going for, that's okay. And though, I just encourage you to print off one of these this week, and we'll make sure, I think they're still posted on our Facebook page. Just see how it changes your perspective on who you're sharing Juice Plus with, how you're thinking about your business. Like one of the ladies said, even just watching a video from Boards, it just fills your cup in so many ways. So that being said, I am going to actually end our call today with an NMD speech, and I'm trying to pull up one, and I'm like, I don't want to pull up one that we've already watched before, but I had one pulled up and now it's gone.
You're going to recognize
one more
this
thing I was going to
together.
say actually about, I was going to say something about Boards, NMD. Okay, I can't think. Oh, anyways. Okay, now I'm like totally losing my train of thought, but I'm going to share Boards really quick so you guys can see where I'm going. It's under the business videos. And if you don't know about this little jackpot, there's this button that says watch NMD speeches. And I am just going to pick a random one that we can watch today to wrap up our call. I think we've already watched Jen Stifler's in the past, although hers is so good. I'm going to click on. Have we watched Laura Allen's yet? Do you guys know? Yeah, I feel like we did. Ethany Defoe. I feel like we haven't watched hers yet. Deb, I'm watching your face. I'm like, have we watched Ethany? I feel like we haven't watched Ethany. Okay, I'm clicking on Ethany. If you guys have watched her before, take it as a little bonus. But we'll wrap up today's call with this incredible NMD speech. This was one of our habits, is watching a video from Boards. And thank you, ladies, so much for sharing. Truly so helpful for today's call. Okay, let me do this one more time so we have the volume on here. I want to make sure you guys can hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marketing Director,
Okay.
Ethany
Tech
Defoe.
issues. I keep saying every time I share it that my screen sharing is paused. Sorry, guys.
It was working.
It is?
It was, yeah.
Just says screen sharing is paused. Can you guys see that?
Have you ever been in a
No.
place of such
No, like,
desperation that you ask yourself?
Okay, well, I was gonna say it's 12:30, so we could just
Yeah.
send it out if you want.
We're gonna just send out that link. I want you guys to watch it, but I don't know why my tech is being so weird. It keeps saying my screen sharing is paused, even though I clicked screen share. So, okay, Carrie, Emma, Deb, thank you guys so much for sharing. I'm so excited for April. We have Juice Plus Live in Phoenix this month and so many incredible things to look forward to. Oh, I remember what I was gonna share. Save the date. St. Louis Regional is June 9th and 10th. We will not be doing Branson Boot Camp this year for a few different logistics reasons, but we are going to mimic what we did in January here in St. Louis at a different venue, but very close by. It's going to be in Chesterfield at Epic Empowerment, and I have a save the date flyer coming out. So Friday, June 9th, and then like a half midday on Saturday, June 10th. So save that date. Okay, thank you. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing today. I hope you guys got something valuable out of today's call. I know it was so many golden nuggets, and it just shows that staying consistent is the key to our business and these simple habits. So, all right, everyone, have a great Tuesday.